The dramatic collapse of the Key Bridge in Baltimore sparking concerns in Massachusetts. Governor Healey reaching out to Maryland's governor.
Absolutely heartbreaking. I've called Governor Moore to express my sorrow and to also express that Massachusetts will offer anything we can in terms of support.
Ships pass under the Tobin in Boston and the Braga Bridge in Fall River. The two are similar to the Key Bridge. Governor Healey meeting about safety with the Coast Guard and state transportation agencies.
Just to make sure that we feel comfortable about the protocols that we have in place when it comes to cargo ships, in particular, coming in and out of our waters.
The state highway administrator says there are differences between the bridges here and the one in Baltimore.
From a standpoint of, is there a lot of similarity between Massachusetts and Baltimore? There is not. We are not the same size port as they have in Baltimore. We don't have the same size navigable waterways, nor the same size bridges. But again, we do have similar situations.
Hundreds of thousands of vehicles travel on the Tobin and Braga bridges every year. The highway administrator says thousands of ships pass under the Tobin, but they're not alone.
Tugboats travel with those ships as they travel in and out of the harbor from start to finish.
He adds the sheer size of the ship that crashed into the Key Bridge is something Massachusetts doesn't often see.
We don't certainly see very many of them that size in Massachusetts, and not that we're aware of traveling under our bridges.
Now, the state's highway administrator does say that 5,000 bridges under state control are inspected every 2 years. The governor telling us that Tobin inspected just a couple of months ago, and the Braga Bridge, according to state transportation officials, that was last inspected in September of 2023.